Good morning, Falcons. Today is Monday, February 23rd, 2026. I'm Liliana,
And I'm Emma.
and this is your view from the Falcons Nest.
Spanish Club is going to Fort Wayne on St. Patrick's Day, March 17th. Members will watch a Hispano-American show and then have lunch at an authentic restaurant. See Miss Clisson to pick up a field trip slip. The cost is a total of $35. Space is limited, so sign up soon.
If you or your friend is searching for a prom dress and you're not sure where to look, or if you can afford what you want, the annual Promenade to Prom event Sunday is for you. From noon to 3 p.m. at Jefferson Elementary in Plymouth, you'll be able to shop for and try on various styles and sizes of prom dresses. Each high school girl who attends can receive one free prom dress with a valid school identification card. Additional dresses can be purchased for $10.
Today in 1600 SAT Avenue, one of the misleading things about how well Indiana students do on the test is for the nationwide ranking for the state. Indiana requires all Indiana high school students to take the test, but no longer requires the I-STEP test. Many other states, however, don't require the test for all students. Consequently, Indiana places among the lowest 10% of schools on the SAT. Although total scores have remained in the lower tier, this 2025 report indicated slight improvements in reading/writing scores for 2024-25. The Indiana Department of Education has cited chronic absenteeism and a need for improved foundational math skills as factors, with only about 25% of students hitting math benchmarks in 2024. To address these, the state is aligning curriculum, improving attendance, and providing, for example, new specialized math sports. That's today's 1600 SAT Avenue.
In today's installment of Indiana Black History You May Not Know, Indiana has one of oldest and most successful black expos in the nation. You may have seen the logo for it on Indiana license plates. It was founded in 1970 and held its first event in 1971. The expo is an Indianapolis-based event promoting social and economic advancements for African Americans. It hosts the nation's largest 10-day summer celebration featuring business, education, and entertainment, and the Circle City Classic football game. Jesse Jackson often is credited as a founder of the concept. Originally a 3-day event at the Indiana State Fairground, the summer celebration has grown into a 10-day event that draws over 500,000 visitors, making it the largest event of its kind in the nation. That's today's Indiana Black History You May Not Know.
Seniors, this is a reminder that John Glenn's Universal Scholarship and following scholarship applications are due by February 28th. Please see your counselor if you have any questions. This is FFA week. Today's apparel theme is Duck Dynasty, tomorrow is Ag Career, Wednesday is Western, Thursday is Dress Like an Ag Teacher, and Friday is Blue and Gold Day. Today's trivia question: what year was the FFA founded? And now to weather with Kobe.
Hi, I'm Kobe, and here's today's weather. The actual temperature is 25. The real feel is 15. It's snowy. The air quality is fair. Now moving to the 3-day forecast. Monday is going to be a high of 27, a low of 19, sunny. Tuesday is going to be a high of 40, a low of 24, cloudy. Wednesday is going to be a high of 36, a low of 21, partly cloudy. Now moving on to sports.
The Indiana Boys High School sectional draw was Sunday, and Glenn has drawn South Bend, Washington in the second game of the New Prairie sectional at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Colvin Military will play Plymouth in a game of one. The winner of Glenn's game will play Mishawaka Marion. The winner of the first game plays New Prairie. In 4A, Mishawaka, the Cavemen, take on South Bend Adams. Penn plays Michigan City, and Riley plays LaPorte, with sectional favorite St. Joe drawing the bye. At Elkhart, Goshen plays Concord, and Elkhart faces off against Warsaw. Northridge drew the bye. In 3A, Columbia City plays West Noble, while Tippecanoe Valley plays Wawasee. Northwood and Fairfield drew byes. In 2A, at LaVille, Bremen plays LaVille. Winnemac takes on Knox, while South Bend Career Academy plays Jimtown. In 1A, Culver Trinity at Greenlaw plays Triton, while Oregon Davis plays Argus. South Central will play Elkhart Christian, and Culver takes on North Judson. Tomorrow night, the boys basketball teams host the Concord Minutemen. Wednesday, the freshman boys host Morgan Township. Friday, the varsity and JV will be at Goshen for 4 games with the Red Hawks. More details are emerging from the proposed package that will lure Chicago Bears to a new stadium site in Hammond. According to Indiana Capital Chronicle, Indiana would fund approximately $1 billion in bonding, and the Bears would pay for $2 billion as leasing the tent of the stadium. The process of financing the stadium would be similar to what the state did to build Lucas Oil Stadium for the Indianapolis Colts. Hospitality taxes would pay the annual bond payments. Indiana also had agreed to invest in infrastructure around the stadium using money for an amended or regenerated lease of the Indiana Toll Road. The 2006 lease originally brought $3.8 billion to the state for highway projects. It was the last amended in 2018 when the state received an additional $1 billion in exchange for a 35% rate hike on commercial vehicles. A variety of local tax increases would be levied to pay the bonds. Porter and Lake counties would add a 1% food and beverage tax. Hammond would adopt a 12% admissions tax for stadium events, and Lake County could double its 5% hotel tax. A professional sports development area would also be established, and state and local taxes collected in that zone will be diverted to cover project costs. The Indiana Sports Corp, beginning July 1st, 2027, will have to ensure that 20% of the money the entity receives every 2 years be used for events supported by the Northwest Indiana Stadium Authority. The Chicago Bears issued a statement in support, but stopped short of signing on the dotted line. While site-specific due diligence continues, it is possible that Illinois legislators and officials will offer a deal to keep the Bears in their home state. And now back to lunch with Kobe.
Today's lunch, we got boneless chicken wings, barbecue chicken, flatbread, uncrustable ham, and turkey chest salad. For the sides, we got steamed broccoli, celery sticks, diced pears, breaded onion rings, and peanut butter cup. That's all we have today, Falcons. Have a wonderful day.